That's a shame. It took racism to make people care about women's basketball. They played the race card. Y'all didn't even see how they played the race card. They made this girl the villain. They made this girl the villain. And all y'all was watching, y'all don't care about women's basketball. Y'all wanted to see this girl go down. That's all it was about. They made race the central focus point of the NCAA championship because they made this girl into the villain. You had the little girl from Louisville, my team. She got into the incident with the girl from Texas. Black women was just acting. Black women was acting up. Black women was acting up this whole tournament. And the little girl from LSU said she didn't like the way this girl did the girl from South Carolina. Yeah, they did that to Russell Westbrook. You didn't see the next NBA team come out and say, hey, I didn't like the way they was daring Russell Westbrook to shoot. I took that personal. It was all racism. Nobody even asked the same way. I was like, man, I have never seen so many black men interested in women's basketball before. Everywhere you look on TikTok, a black man is making a post about women's basketball. And then they talking about race. Y'all act like South Carolina was Martin Luther King them. Don Stanley made it about race. The whole bar fight thing, that means you're tough. That means you have a tough team on the boards. She gonna say, oh, they're not monkeys. Who called them monkeys? Where did that even come from? Who even said it was about their skin color? This is what you must have thought about your team. Don Stanley thought that about her team. Don Stanley thought her team was a bunch of thugs because why would you say that? Where would that even come from? Where would that even come from? If they say, I've been around sports a long time, and they'll say, oh, it's about to be a dog fight. So are they calling each other dogs? I don't understand this woke agenda, always wanting to play the victim because you lost, because you got out-coached. That's basically what happened. Now everyone's saying the refs cheated for Iowa because they was white. Iowa shot 14 free throws. South Carolina shot 13 free throws. Iowa was 100% from the free throw line. South Carolina missed 4 free throws, and that's how much they popped. And that's how much they lost by. And Iowa took 58 shots. They made 49% of their shots. South Carolina took 77 shots, and they only made like 29% of their shots. You're going to lose if that happens. That's what's going to happen. You're going to lose. But then she's going to get on there and talk about, it's basically try to play the race card. No, your team just played like shit. And you lost. That's what happened. Your team played like shit. You lost. You were used to beating up the blind. You used to pushing and bullying people around, but you ran into a better team. Like Iowa. They ran into a better team today. If I was Iowa's coach, I'd play the race card. I'd be like, well, they won because I got all white girls. I would play the race card too. And my whole thing is, no one even cares about women's basketball. The only reason y'all care about women's basketball was because of the race card. The NCAA was very smart to play the race card. That's all it was, the race card. I tried to watch that shit. That shit was horrible. Women's basketball is horrible. Horrible. They take a bunch of badass shots. Right. You know what? That's what I was thinking. That's the same thing they did with Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. That shit is horrible. They couldn't play the sex card. They would have played the sex card. But let's be real. Who wants to see a bunch of bulldogs in tight shorts? Not trying to be bad here, but I'm telling the truth. Don't know them girls up. Most of them women who play women basketball, they is ugly. They is through. They is through. Nobody wants to see them women in booty tight shorts. If they were sexy women, they got a few sexy of them out there. But if they had some sexy women out there, they would have played the sex court. They would have had them in some type of see-through uniforms or something. But they would have played that sex court. But like the WNBA's finding out, I don't care how much clothes you take off of them women in the WNBA. Some of them just look like men. I ain't lying to you. Some of those women in the WNBA just look like men. You don't want to see them naked. And they done tried to strip them down, put them in Sports Illustrated naked, put them in sexy lingerie, and it ain't working because when you look at them, all you see is a man. That's all you see is a man. You like, goddamn. Y'all know I ain't lying. They didn't try to put some of them, they didn't try to put them in them Playboy in them magazines, but all you see is a man. That's all you see. You don't want to look at that. That's like, they had Queen Latifah naked one time. They had Queen Latifah naked one time. And for some reason, I wanted to see it. And goddamn it, my eyes ain't been the same since. I don't know why I wanted to see Queen Latifah naked. My eyes ain't been working since I seen Queen Latifah naked. I think I'm blind. I think I'm blind. I ain't lying to you. I think I'm blind. Because those are they not seen as women. Those are not feminine women. It takes more to be a woman than just to be a woman. You got to have some femininity in you. You got to have some softness in you. When I look at you and I see a hard ankle, I ain't too much attracted to you because to me, I'm thinking, man, if you grabbing between your legs and opening with your legs open, I don't see woman, I see man. That's not ladylike to me. I don't want my woman belching, drinking beer and belching and farting. That shit I do with the guys. I don't want to do that with the woman. I don't want to do that with my woman. I'll do that with the guy. And a lot of these women, they're over masculine. They always want to challenge you at some shit. Like they just got to prove their worth. That's why Brittany Griner said that she could beat DeMarcus Cousins. Because for some reason, they're not happy. Just, okay. It's like, man, y'all delusional. You can't beat DeMarcus Cousins. And I don't want to arm wrestle with you. Okay, I don't want to arm wrestle with you. I don't arm wrestle with my guy friends. So why do I want to arm wrestle with you? That just don't get it for me. I don't want to arm wrestle with you. But my whole point is, the NCAA was slick. They played the race card. The NCAA played the race card. That's all they did. They played the race card the whole tournament. That's why people kept watching. Y'all wanted to see, as black people wanted to see this girl get beat. Black people wanted to see this girl get beat because she was out there dusting black women left and right. She was dusting them off, putting a 3 in their face, talking shit to them. And black people, we got mad. Not me, because I didn't care. Y'all got mad and y'all wanted to see her lose. It wasn't about it. Damn, man. How the hell, if you a South Carolina fan, now you turn into an LSU fan? That don't work. That ain't how it works. That's not how it works. I'm a Louisville fan. I will never vote for Kentucky in anything. I don't give a damn if Kentucky had 5 black brothers and they was playing the goddamn the KKK. I'm not voting for Kentucky. I hate Kentucky. Nah, it was a great tournament because of the racism. That tournament, there was better tournaments. There was better tournaments than this year's tournament. It was a tournament because of the racism. Because if it wasn't for the racism, y'all wasn't watching that. Nobody watches women's basketball. Nobody watches that. No, unless you kin to them. It was horrible. I watched some of the games. It was horrible. They was taking bad shots, bad passes, missing layups, fouling. You could call a foul. You could call a foul in women's basketball almost on every play. Almost on every play, there's a damn foul. There's a damn travel. And everyone's like, oh, the women play, the women are fundamentally sound. No, they're not. No, they're not. That shit was horrible. And they talking shit to each other. And I'm like, God damn, look, the little girl from LSU misses a layup, then gets the rebound and puts it in, and then gonna tell the other girl she's too small. You missed the first layup. If she was too small, you would have made the first layup. Shut the hell up. You can't use you too small after you missed a shot. You had to get your rebound. You had to get your rebound. No, all women are not beautiful. You got to get your rebound. You know? Hey, Angel Reese, she's overrated and cocky. Get her game down. But I'll be real with you. You know what? You're right. It's not just women's basketball. It's the whole basketball game is just fucked up right now. All they want to do is shoot 3-pointers. Shoot 3-pointers all day long. They will, look, South Carolina, when they lost, they was 4 for 27 in 3-pointers. How you going to win a game? You took 27 3-pointers and only made 4 of them. You only made 4 fucking 3-pointers and you expected to win the game? Come on now. How's that work? You took 27 3-pointers and only made 4 of them, but you expect to win the game? How's that work? How the fuck does that work? And you lose by 4 points. You lose by 4 points. Just imagine if you would have took 4 2-pointers. You would have had 8 points. But instead, you wanted to shoot 27 fucking 3-pointers. How does that make? How does that work? We're not talking about LSU right now. We're talking about South Carolina and Iowa. South Carolina lost because they took 27 3-pointers and only made 4 of them. And then they want to get on here and talk about it was the ref's fault. It was the ref's fault. Shut the hell up about LSU. None of y'all was LSU fans. Only people I believe is an LSU fan is people from Baton Rouge. The rest of y'all are racist. This right, this right here proves that racism sells. Racism sells. Racism is the number one outside of sexism. Outside of sex. If you could get sex into something, that's going to sell. But then if you can't get sex, go ahead and get you some racism. Get you some good old racism, and it's going to sell. It's going to sell. That racism stuff is going to sell. That's going to sell. That's the only reason. Let's be real about it. Let's be real about it. Nobody cares about women's basketball. Nobody. Women's basketball is trash. It's trash. Nobody wants to see that shit. I guarantee you LSU couldn't beat the best high school team. LSU couldn't even beat LSU couldn't even beat the best boys high school team because they trash. It's trash. It's trash. Women's basketball is trash. It's trash. Because they was playing. It's trash still. It was trash. They miss layups. They take bad shots. Well, all basketball is becoming trash now. All basketball is becoming trash now because Stephen Curry, he ruined basketball for everybody. Steph Curry ruined basketball for everybody because all everybody wants to do is take a 3-pointer. They want to take a 3-pointer. That's all they want to do. Big men don't even know how to post up no more. Big men don't even know how to post up no more. You can't even throw the ball into the post. You can't throw the ball into the post no more because they don't know what to do with the ball. Big men don't know what to do with the ball in the post no more. A big man, he'll dribble out of the post and take a 3 because they don't know what to do no more. God, if Shaquille O'Neal was in the game today, Shaquille O'Neal would dominate the game because who could stop him? Who could stop him? The game is trash. It's trash, total trash. 3-on-1, y'all pull up and shoot a three-pointer. What the hell? It's a 3-on-1 break and you pull up and shoot a three-pointer? That's trash. It's trash. It's based on athletic. It's based on being athletic. And it's based on shooting threes. That's all the game is. That's why Dwight Howard couldn't stay in the game. That's why DeAndre Jordan couldn't stay in the game, because their whole game was based on being athletic. So when they hurt their backs, they didn't have nothing else. They didn't have no post-up moves. Their whole game was, I could jump higher than you. I'm stronger than you. Giannis is the same way. Once Giannis hurts his back, it's over with for Giannis. Giannis don't got no game. Giannis just bullies people. He got a horrible shot. He's trash. Giannis does not have a game. His whole thing is his strength and athleticism. Giannis, you can't give the ball to Giannis in the post and he gonna get you a point. He gonna bully somebody and hopefully the refs don't call a foul. But Giannis don't got no post-up game. Giannis is not a modern-day Shaq. Shaq had a post-up game. Kareem would dominate today. With that three-pointer, with that hook shot, he would dominate. Hakeem Olajuwon would dominate. I'm telling you, if one of these dudes get a post-up game, they're going to dominate. Because no one has a post-up game in the NBA. No one got a post-up game in the NBA. All everybody wants to do is shoot threes or try to out-jump you. They try to out-jump you. That's all they want to do, shoot threes and try to out-jump you. There's no block out. There's no 3-on-1 break. Yeah, but see, Anthony Davis's problem is he can't stay high. He can't stay healthy. If Anthony Davis could stay healthy, he would dominate the NBA. He would dominate the NBA if he just stays healthy. He can't stay healthy. He got the whole package. Anthony Davis got the whole package. That's why he still can come back from injury. That's why he can come back from injury. Zion doesn't have no post-up game. I'm telling you, if these dudes get a post-up game, they're going to be, Embiid is soft. Embiid is soft. I ain't going to lie to y'all. Embiid is soft. Embiid is soft. He's kind of soft. He don't got that killer instinct. That's the problem with LeBron James. Let's look at LeBron James. LeBron James, if LeBron James had Kobe's and Michael Jordan's post-up game, LeBron would be unstoppable. If LeBron had Kobe's and Michael's post-up game, he would be unstoppable. He would be unstoppable. Wasn't nothing you could do with LeBron if he had that post-up game like Michael and Kobe. Wasn't nothing you could do with him, but he don't got it. He don't got it for some reason. He don't got a post-up game. Steph Curry, all he got is a shot. And Steph Curry is lucky they changed the rules. They changed the rules for Steph Curry. You can't touch him. You can't put your hands on him. So and they be setting those illegal picks. Let's be real about it. Draymond Green is considered a good defender. Right? Draymond Green is considered a good defender. He wasn't guarding nobody in the 80s and the 90s. He wasn't guarding nobody in the 80s and the 90s. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. Otis Thorpe, Charles Barkley tried to go when Houston played the Suns. Charles Barkley tried to guard Otis Thorpe. The Houston Rockets decided, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put everybody on the perimeter and we're just going to throw the ball into Otis Thorpe. Otis Thorpe ate Charles Barkley up because those players back then had post-up games. See, these power forwards and these centers, they don't got no post-up games. They don't have post-up games. Back then, everybody knew how to play in the post. Nowadays, it's very rare that you find someone that knows how to play in the post. Everybody could play in the post. Everybody had a post-up game back then. They couldn't handle that post-up game. They couldn't handle that post-up game in the 80s. Draymond Green, that small ball, you couldn't play no small ball in the 80s because Patrick Ewing be waiting for you to put a 6'6" person on him. He'd be waiting for that 6'6" person. And Patrick, you ain't gonna foul him out because they can. You imagine a 6'6" person on Moses Malone? Moses Malone would eat him up. Moses Malone would eat him up. See, that's what y'all think the game has evolved. It hasn't. Basketball is always gonna be basketball. Basketball is always gonna be basketball. That's it. It's always gonna be basketball. If you know how to play basketball in the 80s, you know how to play basketball in 2023. The only thing is, people shoot, they try that and one stuff. They try to shoot the three from 25 feet out. What's the odds see, this is the thing. If you take a high quality shot and you take 30 shots and you make 25 of them, you're definitely going to beat someone who takes 30 shots. Take 70 shots and only make 30 shots. You're going to beat them. You're going to beat them. Basketball is about taking high quality shots. A lot of these guys, Steph Curry can shoot. He can shoot the ball. Steph Curry can shoot the ball. But the problem is a lot of these other guys can't shoot the ball and they want to shoot three-pointers. Steph Curry can shoot the ball, but a lot of these people want to do what Steph Curry does, but you can't do what Steph Curry does. You can't do what Steph Curry does. So why you coming down 3-on-1 taking three-pointers? You're not Steph. You're not Steph. You coming down taking 25-foot three-pointers and missing. And we had a 3-on-1 break. And then you wonder why we lose. Yeah, because you came down, we had 3-on-1, we could have got an actual dunk or layup, and you took a 25-foot three-pointer. You took a 25-foot three-pointer. Today's basketball IQ, they can be bigger, they can be faster, but the IQ is not the same as it used to be. The IQ is not the same as it used to be. That's why they don't get along with each other. You got to make sure that you got it used to be you could just throw 5 people on the court and they could play together because everybody had a basketball IQ. Now everybody doesn't have a basketball IQ. So if I'm ball dominant, I can't play with another player who's ball dominant because I don't know what to do. Because I'm ball dominant, you ball dominant, we can't play together because we don't got a basketball IQ. But back in the days, you could be ball dominant, I could be ball dominant, and I understand how to still play the game. It's not that way no more. It's not that way no more. That's why Kyrie and Luka can't get along, because they don't know how to play off of each other. Kyrie and Luka can't play with each other because they both ball dominant. That's why LeBron James can't play with a real point guard, because LeBron James wants the ball and the point guard wants the ball. Every point guard LeBron James have had, he has ruined them because he wants to bring the ball up. So the point guard, the only reason he was able to play with Kyrie was because Kyrie can play off the ball. Kyrie can play off the ball. But all the other point guards he had can't play off the ball. So he needs to be in there with someone who can play off the ball because LeBron James is ball dominant. That's the only reason it's working with D'Angelo Russell. D'Angelo Russell can play with the ball or without the ball. He don't care. But if you need the ball to be successful, you can't play with LeBron James. He needs the ball to be successful. He needs the ball. He needs the ball to be successful too. So you can't play. If you're a ball dominant point guard, you can't play with LeBron James. You can't do it. You can't play with LeBron James because he needs the ball. He needs the ball. He needs to create. That's why Michael didn't need the ball. Michael wasn't ball dominant. Scottie was the point guard. Scottie Pippen brought the ball up. Scottie Pippen handled the ball. So Michael could play with anybody. Michael gonna get his regardless. He gonna get his regardless. See, a lot of y'all saying this is a bad takes because y'all don't know basketball. I know basketball. I know basketball. I know who can play and who can't play together. I know who can play and who can't. I know what the problem is with the big men. Most of the big men are very athletic today. They're very athletic. But after being athletic, they don't got nothing to offer. What can they do? What can the big men do besides jump? They don't use no technique to block out. They just jump high. So they get the ball because they jump high. But when they hurt their backs, what can they do? What can they do? That's why DeAndre Jordan ain't in the league no more. That's why Dwight Howard ain't in the league no more. Because these was very explosive players when in their youth. Excuse me. But once they hurt their backs, tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Once Dwight Howard hurt his back, once DeAndre Jordan hurt his back, once Blake Griffin hurt his back, there was no use for him no more. There was no use for him no more. What could they do? You couldn't post up. You couldn't jump. Yeah, he don't play though. You can't jump no more. You can't do nothing no more. You're not as explosive because once you hurt your back, it's it for you. You can't jump like you used to when you hurt your back. That's why you think Kareem Abdul-Jabbar played so long. You're not going to see big men play as long as Kareem because Kareem could always score in the post. That's why he played damn near 40 years, 20 whatever years, because he could shoot from the post. Once you hurt your back, you're not the same no more. And like if you don't got no post up moves and all you used to is dunking, you can't jump the same. You can't jump the same once you hurt your back. Blake Griffin is not the same player he was when he entered the league. Blake Griffin is not the same player. Blake Griffin can't jump no more. The Joker, he's going to always be around because he got skills. He can do other things. He's not athletic, but he can shoot. He can pass. He's always going to be around because he's got other skills going along. Embiid, he done changed his game a little bit. And he's probably always going to be around. But if all you depend upon is jumping, if your whole thing is how athletic you are, as soon as you hurt your back, your game is over. Right, happened to Sean Kemp. Sean Kemp was just athletic. Your game is over once you hurt your back. And if all you can do is jump, your whole game is based on how athletic you are. Your game is over, man. The game is over for you. Right. Techniques. See, blocking out has always been blocking out since basketball started. Right. Steve Francis the same way. Steve Francis was one of the most athletic point guards I ever seen. I mean, everybody's talking about Allen Iverson. Boy, y'all didn't see. Everyone's talking about Allen Iverson. They must have not seen Steve Francis in Maryland. They must have not seen Steve Francis in Maryland because, boy, he was a bad boy. We all know Steve Francis was a bad boy in Maryland. And he was a bad boy in the NBA until he hurt himself. Penny Hardaway, Derrick Rose. Once you hurt your back, man, if you ain't got no game, it's all over. It's all over for you. Once you hurt that back, see, that's why you got to develop a game. Like Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry going to be able to play a long time because you're always going to be able to shoot. He don't depend on jumping. All he does is shoot. So he's going to be in the league a long time. He's going to be in the league a long time. It was over with, I heard. Y'all got to admit, though. Y'all got to admit. She can play some ball, though. Clark can play some ball. I mean, I don't care what color she is. She can play some ball. And y'all got to admit that it was racism. Y'all got to admit it was racism. Y'all got to admit it was racism. It was racism while y'all tuned in because she was taking names. She was whooping ass and taking names. She was whooping ass and taking names the whole tournament. She was whooping ass. And then the silly thing is, she whooped the girl from Louisville who was a white girl. And so it's like, look, she didn't discriminate. She didn't. Clark don't discriminate. Clark don't care if you're white, you're black, you're Asian. She don't discriminate. She'll whoop your ass and take your name from you. That's what she did the whole tournament, was whooping ass and taking names. She didn't care. She didn't care what race you was or what you looked like. She was whooping ass and taking names. And then people was getting upset about it because it was about racism. No, because there's basketball fans, and then there's people who are not basketball fans that were turning in watching basketball because they wanted to see her lose. They wanted to see her lose. There was a guy, and you can go on my page, he's talking about the South Carolina laws hurt people that look like us. And I was like, how did that hurt people who look like us? I didn't have shit to do with that. If South Carolina lost, I didn't give a damn. They weren't gonna invite me to South Carolina. You know? Don Stanley wasn't gonna bust it open for me. So what do I care if they won, if they lost? But see, they sold the racism. And then the little girl from LSU comes out and says she don't like the way Clark was talking shit to South Carolina. So she taking it personal. When have you ever heard that? When have you ever heard I'm on a whole opposite team? Your team whooped my ass, and now I'm mad because someone talked shit to you. Now I'm taking it personal. When did that come part of the game? When did that come part of the game? When did that come part of the game? You done whooped my ass. You done came out and whooped my ass. And now I'm mad because someone whooped your ass. And now I'm taking it personal. Man, shit. When did that come part of the game? Ask Alabama, okay, if y'all say it's the SEC, ask Alabama's football team, do they take it personal when Georgia gets their ass whooped? Go ask Alabama, do they take it personal when Georgia gets its ass whooped? Go ask Georgia, do they take it personal when Alabama gets their ass whooped? Fact, go ask LSU's football team, do they take it personal when Georgia and Alabama get their ass whooped? They don't care. They do not care. They ain't talking about, oh, we take it personal because Ohio State almost beat Georgia. They don't give a damn. LSU don't like Georgia. Alabama don't like Georgia. And Georgia don't like them. So stop saying it's SEC, baby. Because in men's sports, that's not how it happens. I didn't care either way. I was mad when Iowa beat my team. My team is Louisville. So when Iowa beat my team, I was mad then. I didn't care. So it was racism. Look at people saying Iowa's clowns. Man, that girl can play. That girl can straight up play. I don't care if she was white. I don't care if she was black. That girl can straight up play. That girl can straight up play. Y'all got to give it up to her. I don't watch the WNBA. I don't give a shit. I ain't gonna lie. I don't give a shit. I don't watch the WNBA. Shit. I don't watch the WNBA. Shit. I don't even watch women's basketball. Shit. I don't care what none of them do. Shit. I don't care what the big girl from Louisiana does. I don't care what none of them people from South Carolina does, because I don't watch the WNBA. Shit. And I don't even watch women's college basketball because I don't like it. But the thing was, it was racism why half the country tuned in. The NCAA, they marketed the racism so much. Come on now, who said Angela Rock? Angel was not better than that girl. Angel was not better than that girl. Angel was bigger than that girl, but Angel was not better than that girl. No, they are not. No, they are not. The women are not more fundamentally sound than men. They are not. I don't know who told. I heard that lie before. They are not. They are not. That stuff is boring. They don't know how to pass. They take bad shots. They miss layups. They be fouling on every play. Every play you can call a foul in women's basketball. Come on, let's be real about it. You can call a foul on every play in women's basketball. You can call a foul on every play in women's basketball. Shit, you think I'm tripping? They traveling. Every play, you could be like, foul. You can't use your ass like that. You can't. That shit. Hey, you know when I'm going to start watching women's basketball? When they start letting Juwanna Man in that motherfucker. I'm going to start watching when they let Juwanna Man in. Because you know they're going to let Juwanna Man in, right? They're going to let Juwanna Man in the league. You know they're about to let Juwanna Man in the league. You know someone's going to go out there and recruit Juwanna Man. Probably Don Stanley, because you know Don Stanley's part of the LGBTQ community, so she's going to go and get a Juwanna Man. She's going to go get Juwanna Man and let Juwanna Man in, and then that's when I'm going to start watching this shit. But on a regular basis, I do not watch it. I do not watch that shit. I don't care what her name is. I do not watch that. That shit is horrible. And my whole point was old Don, old woke ass Don wanted to play the race card. And when she played the race card, see, I want to show y'all how they play racism. So y'all calm down for a minute. See, Don got up there and wanted to play the race card. The other coach said, the Iowa coach said, and this is how y'all got involved in it. Because if Don wouldn't have did what she did, none of y'all would be caring right now. See, the Iowa coach said, you know, when she was asked about the South Carolina basketball team, she said, oh yeah, someone told me trying to keep them off the boards is like being in a bar fight. Anybody who been in a bar fight knows you got to be tough to be in a bar fight. So she was complimenting them. She was saying the South Carolina players was tough on the boards. That's what she was saying. They tough on the boards. But old Don, she plays the race card. Don gets up here talking about, I want to say something, and I was going to say it if we won or if we lost. We're not bar fighters. Who said you was a bar fighter? No one even said you was a bar fighter. Wait, we don't make metaphors no more? We can't make metaphors no more? We can't make no metaphors no more? When I was playing basketball, we would play our rival, and our coach would say it's going to be a dog fight. Was he calling us dogs? He told the newspaper it's going to be a dog fight. Well, he was a white man. Was he calling the rest of us dogs? Right? Was he calling us dogs? Because he said it's gonna be like a dog fight. So when he said that, was he saying that because we're black we're dogs? See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This tongue. If he would have said, "Oh, we went in there and he played like a gorilla. He was on the boards like a gorilla." Is that racism? Or he said I was strong on the boards. See, y'all got to understand what racism is. If he uses the word it like, he didn't say he was a gorilla. He didn't say he was a monkey. He's using the physical attributes of a gorilla. A gorilla is strong. So my man was like a gorilla on the boards. He's saying he was strong on the boards. Because a gorilla is strong. So he's comparing the strength of a gorilla to how strong someone played on the boards. See, y'all got to understand when something is racism and when something is not. So Dawn gets up here because she got out-coached. Right, it means you're a beast. Because Dawn got out-coached because she got out-coached because her team shot 27 three-pointers and only made 4 of them, had 15 turnovers compared to ours 8, missed 4 free throws, shot damn near like 20% from the free throw line. Now she want to bring out the race card. She want to bring out the race card. Right, gorillas in the mist. Remember when Ice Cube was calling his crew or gorillas? Remember Ice Cube was calling his crew gorillas? No one had a problem with it. So Dawn gets up here, plays the race card. If she would have just left it at, we're not bar fighters, that would have been fine. But Dawn said, we're not monkeys. We're not the N-word because we're colored. I'm like, Dawn, where did all of this come from? Who said this? Who said this about your team, Dawn? No one said this about your team. No one called your team monkeys. No one said y'all was thugs. No one said nothing about your team. In fact, there was very few people who voted against your team, white or black. I bet you there are very few brackets that had LSU winning the title. Everybody had South Carolina winning the title. Everybody had South Carolina winning the title. There was very few people who voted against South Carolina. So where is all of this racism coming from? Where is all this racism coming from? Huh? Where's all the racism coming from? Because only LSU, unless you was a fan of that school, but most people who wasn't fans of those schools had South Carolina winning the title. So where was the racism coming from? Who was saying all of this stuff, Don? See, Don is part of the virtual signaling group. That's what they do. They play victim. Don been playing victim a long time. So let's ask Don a question. Don canceled her game with BYU because the little girl from BYU lied and said someone was calling her the N-word. We all know, and they checked the video, no one called her an N-word. But Don said, I'm not going to take my team to BYU and subject my people, my players, to that type of environment. Well, Don, Oregon called BYU was making fun of the Mormons. Are you going to take, if Oregon offers to play you, are you going to take them to Oregon? They were saying F the Mormons. Yeah, I'm bugging, but I'm telling the truth. Everybody knows I'm telling the truth. Oregon was saying F the Mormons. Ain't that a hostile environment? If I go to somewhere and they say F the Mormons, that's a hostile environment, right? So it's okay. It's okay to say, to stop your team from playing in a place where they call you the N-word. But when it happens to someone else, you're not willing to stop it. Oh, and Don is a hypocrite. Y'all might not want to hear it, but Don is a hypocrite. Because 2 years before that, South Carolina fans were calling people the N-word. South Carolina fans was calling people the N-word. Don got on TV and defended those people. They was called, see, I'm an Uncle Tom, but South Carolina, I'm not an Iowa fan. I hate women's basketball. But South Carolina was calling people the N-word. And Don got on TV and defended them. So it's okay for your fans to call people the N-word. Okay, fine. So it's okay for your fans to call people the N-word. Y'all know who Don is. Y'all know who Don is. Okay, Don, let me ask you this, Don. The Memphis player just smacked someone. The Memphis player just smacked someone in the handshake line. You have a home and away game with Memphis. So are you going to cancel that? Are you going to cancel that? No, her name is Dawn. Her name is Dawn. You see, y'all don't get what I'm saying. See, some of y'all don't understand what I'm saying. Y'all need to tune in to what I'm saying. Her name is Dawn. Dawn. You know what I mean? Dawn. Her name would be Dawn if she liked men, but she don't like men. Dawn, so her name is Dawn, D-O-N. Her name is Dawn. That's what we're going to call her, Dawn. Her name is Dawn. Y'all call her name is Dawn, right? That's what we're going to call her, Dawn. Because Dawn, see, while all of you black people up here defending Dawn, I know it's a low shot. All of y'all black people up here defending Dawn, Dawn never defends you. Let's get serious about it. Dawn never defends you. While you up here defending Dawn, Dawn only defends that one community. She never defends you. She never defends you. When have you heard Dawn come out and talk about all the black kids getting killed in the neighborhood? Dawn's from Philadelphia. Why didn't she come out and say something about the people in Philadelphia dying? Black kids are dying every day in Philadelphia. Why didn't she come out and say something? But let a cop kill a black person. Let a cop kill a black person. She got so much to say. You know how many kids got killed in Philadelphia last year? Over 100 kids got killed in Philadelphia. But I didn't hear this one community that she represents say anything about that. They didn't say nothing about them kids getting killed. They didn't care about them kids getting killed. Y'all want to talk about Emmett Till? Emmett Till happens every damn day in this country. Every damn day in this country, Emmett Till happens. But you know what the problem is? It's not by a white person. It's not by a white person. Every damn day there's a kid getting Emmett Tilled in this damn country. Every damn day. Every damn day there's a kid getting Emmett Till. Oh, you don't believe me? You don't believe me? Well, in Alabama, they went and knocked on the door. Is that what happened in the Emmett Till case? Didn't they go knock on the door? Didn't they knock on the door in the Emmett Till case? So in Alabama, they went and knocked on the door. And the little boy came to the door. And they grabbed the little boy. Ain't that what happened in the Emmett Till case? They knocked on the door, went in and grabbed Emmett Till and took him out of his house. Well, they grabbed this little boy and took him out of his house. And then they took him somewhere and they beat him and they shot him and left him in an abandoned house. Is that the Emmett Till case? Is that the Emmett Till case? Is that the Emmett Till case? That's the same damn thing. But who said anything about it? No one said nothing about it. Because it wasn't by a white person. It was by black people. It was by black people. It was by black people. Because y'all don't care. And that's my whole point. Y'all don't care that LSU won. Y'all just care that white girl lost. That's it. You call me all the Sambos you want to. That's all y'all care about is that white girl lost. That's all y'all care about. Y'all wasn't no damn LSU fans. Get out of here. You wasn't no damn LSU fan. I done been on this app I've been on this app almost all through the whole basketball season. I ain't seen not one of you people put LSU on your damn app. I ain't seen this many LSU videos in my life. But now every time I look up, there's a goddamn LSU video. You don't care about no damn LSU. You fucking racist. That's what you are. You're racist. You're racist people. And y'all blame white people. But it's you. And I got big news for you. I got some big news for you. That shit's fake. This shit's fake. It don't matter who wins that shit. It don't do nothing for you. I've been watching basketball all my life. And at one point I was such a fanatic I would break my own damn TV. Until I realized they don't give a fuck about me. They don't care if they win or lose. They get paid regardless. You got the key. I gotta go.